Black Collar Radio.
Black Collar Radio.
Fuck black collar. Fuck black collar. Fuck black collar.
You fucking douchebag! Step on upside! Come on, let's do it! You gotta hold on to that fury!
Are you ready for a war?
You wanna know?
Yo, it's Beardy Violent.
Black radio rocks, but he can't fuck himself.
Black Collar Radio.
You got a Black Collar Radio!
Yo. What's going on? Fuck us up, blackcollarradio.com.
Alright.
Sunday, February 19th, and we're live at it again. Thankfully, I'm not in the shot, just Harry and Bree from Occupy
Hello.
are in the shot.
Hi there.
Harry, want to say hello to
How are you
everybody?
guys?
Hi.
Harry, I said you got to talk into the microphone. He's got his leg kicked up.
Harry is very, very casual over there.
What's up?
Hey, Ray, see if you can set him up to be all comfortable and cool and get in front of his face.
Ray, massage his leg. Get him loose.
Bree sounds good, though. Say hello to everybody, Bree.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Where you
Hey,
from?
how are you?
Where you from, Bree?
I've been living here in Philly for 5 years. Grew up mostly in Arizona.
Harry's at West Coast. What brought you out here?
What?
What brought you out here?
School mostly.
Going to college out here?
Yeah, I finished school last year.
Where were you going?
More College of Art.
More art student.
Mhm.
Is it tough getting a job coming out of college for art?
Yeah, well,
'Cause
anything really. Like I graduated top of my class, and I don't really have a job at all.
Is that what brought you down to the Occupy movement down there?
No. Me being pissed off about not having a job was like really not.
Because some people's perceptions is that when you end up at Occupy, it's because you're like an art student who picked the wrong thing to go to school for. I'm sure you hear this all the
He's
time.
mentioned it numerous times. That was one of his stances.
You know,
that's
so
that's your.
it was one of my things. I was trying to be political about it and make everybody comfortable, so it's not an awkward situation.
Yeah, Bree, you're stupid for art.
And this fat fuck just threw my game all off. Thank you, you fat mess.
All right,
You
we'll
got
keep
it.
going.
But it is something that not just I, but other people would think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, but for me, it's been more about just like watching the world get more and more dismal and realizing America's role in it
Can we turn that microphone a little bit more towards your mouth? Right.
every single day.
There you go. Right. You got to help out our guests when they're over
Worst
there.
producer
And you're
ever.
not, like, I can hear something. I can't hear it that well. Why can you not hear it? Because you're over there smoking, not paying
my
attention.
fucking headphones are so fucking loud. It sounds great.
Okay, well, you're not paying close enough attention then, my friend. Turn her up a little bit,
Continue, Bree.
So pretty much it's just has been because I've realized that, you know, our America and all of us living here are directly responsible for a lot of awful shit that most other people on this planet have to endure every single day. And I thought that was garbage, that like my freedom and my convenience should have to be at the expense of like someone else's life.
So it wasn't the standard answer of, just a bunch of fucking broke art students who picked the wrong fucking major and they're upset about it. Now, not for you, maybe.
Right.
How many of those around you were like that, though? And be honest with us, because I know not all of them were like you with a good heart and a nice person.
You know, I didn't meet too many other art students. A lot of, there were a lot of students there, but there were a lot of, people of every age, really. You know, we had veterans from, I met a few World War II vets, and then all the way up to, people who had served 3 tours in Iraq. And
It's got to be weird trying to relate to an old man like that, because they're looking at you like you're just a young girl. What could you know about the world?
They
This
have a
guy's
lot-
fought-
So you're an
They
art
want-
student,
Yeah.
huh?
They want to talk to you about stuff. They want to give their experiences.
Well, of course, look at her. They're going
I
to talk
was-
to a girl all the time. They're not going to
Oh,
talk to me
hello
about
there,
that.
beautiful.
Look, I was down there maybe three or 4 times, 2 times like for a decent amount of time, and I met a lot of people who had a lot of different things to say, and they were very well spoken. Not down there for like the free food or whatever.
But how many were down there? Listen, I believe there's a lot of good people down there. I'm just curious to hear from someone who was down there. Harry, give me an honest answer. How many people were down there just freeloading on the party, man? Into your microphone.
There were a good amount.
Push it into your face.
There were some homeless people. I think that, I'm
Ray,
not
help
saying
him out.
They were freeloading.
Come on, Ray.
Can you hear me?
Nice and intimate now.
Can you hear me?
No.
Push your
Move that
windscreen.
screen
Push your
forward.
screen a little closer. Yeah, center it. There you go.
We
Your
suck
money.
so fucking bad.
You're good.
No, this is great.
Can you hear me?
Harry, you're good.
I think we got you now.
Yeah, I would say, I'd say the homeless people, there was a lot of homeless people that kind of, went there because, they were there before, we got there anyway, but you know, they were taking advantage of it. They were getting free tents, free clothing, free food. So, I mean, I felt like, my opinion, some of them, not all of the homeless, may have been not doing their part. But, I mean, I was there. I didn't live there, but I got there on day 6, and I'm still a part of it. And I worked 3 jobs, you know, and I was doing a full-time job filming Occupy Philly. So, I mean, a lot of the people that are there are working.
How many videos you have on YouTube from that your time down? At least like 30 or 40 of them, right?
At least 30 or 40.
Yeah, you got a bunch of. What's the YouTube? / Harry Fleckenstein.
Yeah.
YouTube.com / Harry Fleckenstein. Go check out all the Occupy videos. You'll see a lot of Brie on there. She's the lady with the black hair, short black hair.
It's dark brown.
Dark brown, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Brunette.
You're so blind.
She's the one leading the People's Mic. We always make fun of the People's Mic here. We think it's the
we make
craziest
fun
thing.
of that too.
Right, we have to get something fixed with her fucking microphone, dude.
I'm telling you, dude, it's the wire.
It's the wire. All right, well.
Every time I touch it.
Yeah, it's because we're fucked up here and we
Sorry,
suck
if you get
sometimes.
electrocuted, it's not our fault. So.
I'm sure your protest was much more organized than this radio show. Don't worry.
Actually, it wasn't.
No, I'm sure it was. Trust me, we're a fucking mess over here.
We really should resort to the people's microphone instead of that fucked up microphone she's got.
The only people more organized than us are the occupiers. That's what the fucked up thing for us was.
I think the hobos down there are more fucking coordinated than we are.
Did you guys have like donations and all coming down to that Occupy?
Oh yeah, at the beginning we had people dropping off cash like all the time.
How much money do you think you guys accumulated down there?
Thousands.
And who
Tens of thousands.
I was always interested in who was in control of that, where did the money go, who decided how it was spent, and I bet you that was the biggest problem with you guys, because you got too many fucking chiefs and not enough Indians down there, man.
Like anything else in this society, like money was the thing that eventually started to make the cracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't really know, because, you know,
Did you get upset about how the money was handled yourself? Was there certain times that you were mad at who was handling it, thought it was being dispersed the wrong way?
I was getting frustrated how much time and energy people were putting towards the money, because there was so much stuff that we could do without any budget at all.
And those are probably the people that shouldn't have been down there. They're down there for the wrong fucking reasons.
Yeah, it was getting really annoying. It was like, oh, instead of creating this new society that we want, we're just replicating the society that we're shit-talking all the time.
And my shitty attitude towards Occupy, I'll tell you right now, is mostly towards those people.
Oh yeah, mine too.
It's tricky being here with someone like you, because, you know, I've been battling against the Occupy forever. These guys all fight me on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you come down here and you're a nice girl, probably way more educated than my fucking ass is. You have a much better attitude, positive towards the world. I'm very negative towards it. And then I find it very hard to think that you're down there for the wrong fucking reasons. But you're surrounded by people who were there for the wrong reasons, and I think that fucked it up for all of you.
I mean, yeah, in some ways. I mean, we're all coming from a really fucked up world. Like, this is, like, I don't think the planet has ever seen a more fucked up time than we have now. I mean,
Agreed.
So, we're all messed up. And to think, like, that everyone who is coming into Occupy would be, like, these evolved creatures is just, like, really silly. Because we're all, like, just as damaged as everyone else. We're just trying to, like, figure something out together that may or may not have worked yet.
But, you know, the thing I always thought was that, you know, all the... You know, unorganization. Is that even a word? Unorganization?
Yeah. It is now.
Yeah, I made it. Thank you very much. BCR dictionary.
It's a black collar word.
We make our own words around
Mark
here.
that.
Thank you, PJ.
Disarray.
It seemed like it'd be tough for people like yourself who might have some intelligence in their brain and actually like the real things they want to get fixed to take control and make it happen, to get that message out there. Did you find a problem with that where, you know, you're thinking we should be upset about these things we need to fix, but all you guys are complaining about is a fucking 30 fucking bullet point list of what you're upset about in the world right now?
I mean, yeah, no, like, I mean, I think people were looking at Occupy to, like, achieve this thing that would make the world better. And I don't really think that was what came out of it. I think that, like, for me, the best part was just, like, being able to be there all the time and, like, just the conversations that I was having. I feel like Occupy in the fall was, like, a really great start just because it got people talking. Like, I got to meet people who I never would have talked to ever before, you know, like World War II veterans and homeless men and young kids who were chasing their moms all over the city because they had like really bad heroin addictions, like really like awful circumstances. And just realizing that everyone is intelligent in some way, and you don't have to like you didn't.
Not everybody.
Well, you don't have to go.
These are guys on Gas House Radio. They're not intelligent at all.
Well, you don't have to like go to school to realize that like there's serious shit wrong with the world. Like that was. Pretty much everyone could agree on that.
Even we realize it, and we're fucking
exactly
retards.
Can I say something too? I wanted to say something about that.
As long as you say it into your microphone, please.
Yeah,
cameraman.
What I want to say is, like, you know, a lot of people are like, all right, what are you guys going to do to fix the problem? And it's like, I felt like Occupy Philly, it was our job to shine a light on the problems, to let people become aware of, that there's problems in this world. I mean, we all know that there's problems, but I mean, I didn't understand to the degree of, how bad the problems were. And it's like, I feel like it's not Occupy Philly's job to fucking fix the problems. You know what I mean? Like,
well, let me ask you this. One of my whole problems I would always say is that I couldn't identify the problem you guys had. Because everything I saw, like especially from Occupy New York, which I kept closer tabs on because I read the New York Post a lot, it was a list of 30 things, and it was, we hate inequality, we hate corporate greed, we hate big banks. It seemed like we hated everything that was against what we had, it seemed like. And it really seemed like a bunch of people just with sour grapes that fucked their lives up, that weren't willing to look at themselves for being assholes. They wanted to blame the corporations and other people. Now, the sad thing is, most of those people are the ones that made the paper. The chick standing there naked, flashing her tits, saying, "Oh, my mom lost her job." Yeah, I'm sure she's fucking proud of you, you fucking slob.
She looked like John Lennon, by the way.
They're the people that take the center stage. And my thought the whole
That's
time
the media
was,
shining the light away from the real issues and
exactly,
on to
exactly right.
Agreed.
The frenzy of
and
so many different people coming together. And that I think I'm not even going to call it a problem with the movement, because like Bree just said, this is the very beginning, and it was more about a conversation and letting. For me, it was kind of impressive that everyone kind of came out of the woodwork and was sort of on the right track.
Well, let me ask you this: what conversation was started? Because I'm still not very clear.
There were thousands of conversations started.
Can I name two? I just need two to start with.
Well,
let Bree talk. She's the occupier, not you.
So
go ahead, Bree.
The two conversations that I personally got the most excited about, and that I have since turned into action, were talking. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep doing that.
No, damn it, Bree. We're sorry. That's our fucking fault.
All right, so
no. She's in the middle of talking. You can't mute her and unplug her and do all that while she's in the middle of telling a story. When we come back from the break, we'll try to get her a new cord.
I'm going to mute it for 1 second.
No.
And flip the cord up.
Just stop. Let her continue.
No.
Wasted more time on this
you
than we did. I could have fixed it already.
Bree was saying that she had two things that she had in mind that she wanted to see fixed, and she has an actions in place ready to go to start them up. And what are they?
So the first one was what I was kind of touching on earlier, was realizing, like, helping people in America realize that their actions, more importantly, their purchasing actions, like that they have huge, tremendous effects on the rest of the world. Like, people kind of don't really realize that, like, all of our shit actually comes from someplace, and that most people are actually, like, working for pennies a day to make it for us,
So
or
saying when we
harvest
buy
it.
foreign
China,
goods,
30
talk about
cents an hour.
buying foreign goods, the money goes over there to people who make nothing.
Right.
And then those jobs are then kept over there because they can make more money on their product and nothing's kept here. So you're saying you want to raise an awareness of where you're spending your money. Buy American, pretty much.
Lower overhead, more profit.
Yeah, and buy less, too. Like, people need to be okay with, like...
That's a great mission statement. Where was that for the occupiers? Why wasn't that number one? Buy American so we can keep jobs here.
Right.
I could have got down with that.
Right.
It sounds great.
Yeah, so, buying less and buying with more conscience is one of them. And then the other, which is much more important to me personally, is the idea of food sovereignty and food security, which comes down to, like, growing your own food.
You want to grow the plants in the vertical deal like they do in Sweden? You don't know about that?
Yeah,
You're like
yeah.
a food grower. You probably know. You have, like, farms and shit? Like, at your house, you farm your own food and all that?
Yeah, we were I started this thing with a few other occupiers, called Occupy Vacant Lots. And, there's 40,000 vacant lots in Philadelphia, and we kind of eventually someday want to see them all growing free food. And we have 8 lots right now that we've started.
And that food won't be for the 1% at all, right? They can never have any?
Well, I mean, if they come and help out and
No, you
pull
should
some weeds.
definitely never give it to them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Right answer is
scum.
Fuck no.
You're
They don't
supposed to
deserve those
You're
peas.
supposed to say fuck no. They can afford their damn own lettuce.
Okay.
Motherfuckers. Go ahead.
Let them eat that GMO shit.
So you're
No
actively
tomatoes
working-
for you.
You feel as though, like, what's the problem with where we get our food from now?
It's coming from Chile and Mexico and Holland, and that takes huge amounts of...
Even our potatoes, they don't come from Idaho anymore?
That's really far away still. I mean, the average piece of food travels 1,500 miles, and that doesn't make much sense when we
Local
have the most
jobs.
fertile soil in the area, like right here.
You're thinking maybe...
We want to frack on that shit, though. So you can't grow food and frack at the same time.
Shut the frack up, Ray.
I hate the word frack. I definitely don't want to talk about fracking.
Yeah, I'm going to get angry if we do.
Do you hate fracking?
Yes.
All right, we're going to talk about it then if you hate it. All right. I don't know anything about fracking. I'm going to be exposed to it for the first time. So, Bree, fill me in. What is fracking, and why should it bother us?
All right, so, I'm not a geologist, but fracking is short for hydraulic fracturing, and it has to do with drilling into the ground and injecting water and chemicals in a very high pressure fashion into the soil to release the small shitty pieces of sandy oil that we can kind of maybe use.
So you're saying there's no scientific basis to say that this will be successful. It's more like a experiment they're looking to try to do.
I mean, even if it is successful, you can't see these quote fingers that I'm doing on the radio.
Quote fingers right now.
Yeah.
She's doing the spirit fingers.
Successful. Regardless of whether or not we get oil out of it, like at the expense of using up fresh water that is becoming more and more scarce and polluting the Delaware River, which is where we all get our water, like that is just murder to me.
Now the people that think that's a good idea, what are their responses to your argument?
Well, it'll make jobs.
Money.
And it will, we won't have to be so dependent on the Middle East for oil. But it's like...
Well, those are like the normal battle cries that everyone wants to hear in the elections. But do they have scientific results that say that this will damage our water supply?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so they're
putting carcinogens into the water.
Is there any...
And they're using up the rest of the fresh
That's like
water.
eating smoke.
The water comes out of the faucets like flat on fire.
Is there any scientific reports that say that it will not harm the water?
Sure, yeah.
We want to read
you can
those.
pay any scientist to prove anything.
So the Republican scientists say this is going to be all good, man. Fuck this water. It'll be good.
Yeah, because they don't live here in Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Agreed.
And they don't have to pay taxes.
Well, it sounds, what you're describing sounds bad to me. I'll have to ask my angry Republican father-in-law what he thinks about fracking.
What the frack you talking
It would be
about?
great if we would
All right. Get out of my face.
I might have to have you come back here one time and talk to this angry Republican. It'd be good.
That would be great.
You probably disarm
I
the shit out of him.
love talking to Republicans.
I'll referee it.
I hate everybody. So I usually get along with everybody on either side because I usually hate everyone equally.
Yeah.
And I learn to like individuals once I meet them. But if I don't meet you, I just hate you.
That's right. I mean, it's good to be a bigot, not just an all-out hater,
I saw you hate me when I came downstairs. It's cool.
Well, you're messing with my lights upstairs.
I know.
What the fuck?
Whoa! What are you doing?
Occupier comes in, tries to turn. What's going on down here? She wants to see the scene right away.
Trying to shine a light on our
Harry
studio.
comes down with a
Occupy
camera and
darkness.
shit. Now, when you were leading the people's mic, I always make fun of the people's mic.
Mm-hmm.
And for one of two reasons. Please don't take any offense to this, but if I was down there in the Occupy protest, I'd have such a hard time. Like, you're a cute, nice girl, okay?
Uh-huh.
You're not like Napoleon, you know what I mean? Like, I want to be able to sit there and go, let's fucking go get them behind her. Like, I want someone with like, some anger, like someone like Ray all fired
William
up.
Wallace style.
Yeah,
Like,
some fucking body painting shit. Did you find it hard to try to lead a group of people? Did you have any kind of resentment from people that maybe didn't want to get led by a female?
No, not so much.
Only
Only me.
I mean,
Stupid women.
like, I'm like all nice and soft spoken, but when,
you
you're
going
out there and you've got the conviction, you're like getting red in the face and you're like,
When you're on that people's mic, it's
I'm
rowdy.
soft-spoken, but I'll murder a fucking corporate pig like it's nothing. Swear to God.
Yeah, we've seen the videos. I was actually a little surprised when I heard your voice was so soft when you came in here.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were going to be like screaming at us immediately.
Well, the cops I have found out know me as the loud one, which I don't know if it's a compliment. Or not.
I wouldn't get that.
That's so funny listening to her right now.
We're very transparent here, and I stand on everything I say, and it's tough now that I'm looking at you and I'm meeting you. I feel bad about making fun of you on the videos.
Pussy.
We'll play your videos, and I will call you a cackling hen all the time. That's what I would compare
Was
it to.
it her specifically?
It was her specifically.
Oh,
I
my
remember.
God.
And once she came down here, and I saw the video earlier he sent me, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna feel like a dick now.
What else is new?
But listen, that's what I'm talking about.
That's all right. You're impassioned. We'll give you
You want me
credit.
to sit there and act like I never did it before? So I'm going to say this. I do apologize because you're a nice girl, and I feel bad now.
I appreciate your honesty.
But if I was down there, I still wouldn't be able to be led by you.
And I'm going to
No.
hit this bud.
I hear you, and that's all very, good feedback. I mean, the People's Mic first started out of necessity because, there were 1,000 people there, and we didn't have permits for, amplifiers.
They wouldn't let you use a bullhorn or anything?
I mean, we eventually started using that, but
They
People's
couldn't
Mics,
break out of that budget for a fucking bullhorn?
we had bullhorns, and then people stole them.
Wow.
And also,
I want to get to that. I had another question.
They needed those bullhorns to feed their families, okay? Don't judge them.
Also,
And-
the people's
and
mic
in
is used
some
to get
cities-
response from the crowd.
Yeah, and it also makes people talk in really succinct ways. Instead of getting people to go on and on and on, you have to keep your everything concise because people have to repeat it back to you.
But I thought about it, like, it'd be like a weird echo. Like, imagine if there was like 100 yards of people, right?
Mhm.
Only the people that can hear you can hear what you're saying first to repeat it. The rest of them are waiting for the guys in front of them to say it.
That's where the double and the triple and the quadruple peoples might come in.
Oh,
The quadruple people is like,
It's bad and great.
Can you imagine that if that was all chicks screaming that?
what? I'm only kidding with you.
Don't. It's funny. Don't even apologize. She's not taking offense to it. She'd probably feel the same thing if she was watching it.
She wouldn't want to be led by you either.
I don't blame her. Who wants to get led by this?
Yo,
fucking
fuck
guy?
you. You look like a turd with a zipper on over there. Go fuck yourself.
But one of the things I always did say again about the occupied, we did talk about this a lot, almost to the point where Artie over here would tell me to shut the fuck up every week.
He was so
Tired
sick of
talking
hearing about it.
It got out of control.
I always felt that
It's history, man.
there probably is some smart, educated, driven people with the right goals in mind down there, who have resources or can use the resources being afforded to you by donations and all that to actually figure out, okay, this law can be changed and this is something people can get behind. This is a name we can name. This is the guy who profited the most off the bank's bailouts.
Right.
Let's villainize somebody. Let's find a target. Let's find, PJ knows. PJ, give me one name. You know him off the top of your head. Give me one.
Oh, fuck, dude, it's been a while.
Damn.
You had your chance,
Trent Lott.
PJ.
Yo, his hard drive's going bad,
We'll
dude.
edit it in afterwards.
His hard drive's going bad. He's starting to lose his memory and shit. What happened to your RAM?
Like the Koch brothers?
Reboot.
There you go.
Yeah,
There
there.
you go.
Get 'em.
That's one of them.
That's really good.
There's people that profited off all that shit. Then they went to court, were found not guilty, and there's guys that went to jail for shit for doing a whole lot less. So I felt like the guys that made the most money off the problems, the bank bailouts especially, they should have been villainized.
Yeah.
Pitchfork them motherfuckers. Put them on a sign.
Public castrations?
Well,
I'm down for that.
Tar and feather.
That's the fucking chick talking
Tar
again.
and
That's why you
feather.
can't have them leading. They'll be chopping dicks off everywhere.
Yeah, I can't get
I
behind
can't help
that.
it.
I
I will chop your
I
fucking
would
cock
prefer
off. I'm
A
just
public
saying.
rocket.
I have dreams of it sometimes.
Public- I'm down
I
with
dream
public.
about this.
I'm down with public execution.
Breed a bloodthirsty occupier, dude.
Listen, I
Can't
swear to
fucking
God,
get
I will castrate you with this butter knife. I'm not even playing. Like, seriously. Like, you're really pissing me off right now.
The softer she talks,
not
the
me.
more serious she is.
If I drop an octave, someone's getting fucking stabbed. That's all I'm saying.
So again, I always felt that there should have been a couple of more well-educated people would kind of take charge and take control of the idiots and say, listen, guys, you're acting stupid. Stop with the drugs. Stop with the raping. Stop with all this shit. Okay, you can't rape women and be taken seriously. In these
No
fucking
more
things.
raping. That's
Well-
it. I've had enough.
But it's not like that was a
Stop that
policy.
now.
Darn.
These rapes have to stop.
I know.
That is the 1%
I mean,
of the 99%.
and that was like, and that's what I was talking about, how we're all coming from a society that's already fucked up. So we're not like rape and drugs and abuse and theft were happening in City Hall because
Yeah, the morality
we're all
issues.
coming
Yeah.
from this same society. It's not like we're in this pristine bubble. Like,
That happened
That's not
because
justifying
the
it.
scumbags in the world latched onto
We're
the
taking
cause,
adv-
and there was no positions of leadership in the Occupy to get rid of them. There was
Yeah.
nobody who wanted to step up and throw them out, because then, you know what happens? You got to throw you out. Then that guy can turn other occupiers against other occupiers, and it really starts to fall
Yeah,
apart. So nobody
no.
wants to step up and be a fucking leader, and that's why it falls apart. No leader.
You really should have gotten
That
him.
no,
I'm just
that,
saying.
that no leadership bullshit. You guys quoted this. Oh, we were leaderless. We're leaderless. That's bullshit. No organization succeeds or keeps cherries in their joints like me without proper leadership. Okay? You need to have proper leadership
job,
when you're doing
pothead.
these fucking things. And to have 3,500 people arguing over money, arguing over how resources are spent, arguing over where we're going to live, where we're going to camp out at, who we're going to protest against, what the problems are, that's not going to get you anywhere, especially with 50 fucking cities of people doing that.
Yeah.
well, I mean, we decided to all, over the course of a few days, in a leaderless fashion, we did decide to go to City Hall, which was a pretty cool step. But, I mean, yeah, like, none of us really knew what to do after that. I mean, most people who are involved, like myself, you know, we don't come from years of activist experience. You know, my parents were like the most apolitical religious people you could meet.
Yeah, they're like Catholics.
Yeah, kind of.
So you were brought up Catholic on the West Coast. Did you kind of like escape home because you were kind of rebelling against that shit a little bit too?
Not so much.
A little bit.
A little bit. But,
What
I
kind
mean,
of ways? A little bit. Like when you got home, like did you party and shit at home? Were you like a good schoolgirl hanging out and doing the right things?
I never got caught. I mean, I never got in trouble.
I never got caught.
I never got caught. That's a different story.
Okay, so you dabbled a little bit, but you probably had some fear of your parents in you.
Yeah.
So you get out to the East Coast, you're like, I'm fucking chopping dicks off now.
Bree, God's watching you.
Where's that 1%?
But
Catholic girl's coming out of her shell.
yeah, we're just trying to figure stuff out, and we're making mistakes, and we're making up for them. And you know, I'm more excited about what we're going to be doing come spring.
Well, now that everybody's not
Arab Spring.
Now that everybody's not down there and congregating, what's the status Occupy? Is everybody like back to their holes wherever they came out of and shit? Like, Where do they go back to?
I mean, we still have GAs 3 times a week.
Where's that taking place at?
At the Friends Center at 15th and Cherry.
Anybody wants to go down there? What time is it?
It's from 7 to 9.
15th and Cherry every what? Wednesday?
Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah.
3 nights a week.
And
you can watch it on live stream too.
Yes, we have a live stream.
You got some web addresses for it? This is a quick fucking booking. I'm sorry we don't have the information put together.
OccupyPhillyGA.net.
OccupyPhillyGA.net. You can get the live stream every time we're doing it. Is there schedules up there for people if they want to check it out?
Yeah, it's everything.
Okay,
yeah.
OccupyPhillyGA.net. If you're interested in the Occupy movement, you want to learn more about it. Do you speak like publicly at these things? Talk to everybody? Are you like a leader down there?
Like a seminar?
Sometimes if I have something to say, I will. But I'm I'm one of many people.
Who decides who's going to be the people's mic? Do people fight over like the people's mic leadership ability?
Oh, they do. I've seen
I'm
it.
the mic.
I've seen it. You'll see like the one person started off, and then maybe there's another person that more people follow, and they start it, and they just start following them.
Is that how
I
it
guess
starts?
that's democracy.
I'm the quad mic.
It starts with mic check. That's how you guys start it.
Mic check.
So at any time in this leaderless fucking gaggle, anybody go up, mic check, and everyone has turned.
No,
Like-
we've started to hate the mic check as much as you have.
Bad, dude. I would walk around doing it all day to fuck with people. Just walk, mic check, and just walk away, and everyone repeat it for no reason.
And well, I think one of the problems I think me and Bill mutually had was how it went from, like, you can get behind the fact that anything that's about changing the fact that, things are unfair and there is a 99 and 1% divide, I'm all about that. But then when you start seeing things like, oh, well, now you have a public, at 10:15 a.m. you got yoga.
Oh, yeah,
and
I forgot about
12:30's
that.
nap time.
Let me ask you about that. What's
wrong with that?
I would read the schedules.
It was like
and
a
shit, right?
kindergarten.
What is wrong with nap?
Yeah, I would read the schedules. I followed Occupy when it was going on down there, and I would always see 10 a.m. yoga time, and I was amazed at the fact that we're out here protesting these serious problems, but we can still find time for yoga. You figure, like, with the weight of the world crash on everybody, there's no time for yoga. We have shit to fix. Okay, like, I have a busy day, and it might not be doing that, and I'm not, saying mine's better or different. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
But it is.
I don't make time for yoga or any kind of exercise, partly because I'm lazy, but partly because I don't have enough hours in a day. So if I was down there trying to change the system and fight the power, yoga ain't for me. And if I was in charge, first thing I would do is cut yoga right out. Guys, ain't no fucking yoga. You better be working on something down here. You know what? Maybe I should take charge of these occupiers. Maybe
Downward facing dog is now mic check time.
Hold on a second. So, yoga stimulates physical and mental.
Read some. Go read a book.
Thank you, Art.
There's learning sessions down
I
there.
got cut off right away.
Well, they're having sex and raping all night. Is that not fucking physical
No.
activity enough?
So you're living at City Hall,
Right.
which sucks. I don't know if you've ever lived at City Hall before.
I'll have to ask a hobo. When the
But
occupiers over, they walk 4 feet to the left and they
there
went
are
home.
air vents there that run 24 hours a day. Just this constant like that. So I mean, it's not like a spa. It's not like a bed, So yoga is actually a kind of important time because you get to like stretch after lying on the concrete all night, and you get to like.
I'm sorry, I can't help but laugh at that.
I mean, I had
Hold
a
on.
futon, which
Oh,
was
you-
awesome.
You guys,
That's sick.
did you ever play soccer when you were a young girl by any chance?
Yeah.
So you did stretches like with the team in
Yeah,
a circle? So
yeah.
why can't you guys just do that and go fucking work? Why do you have to do yoga?
Yoga is stretching mixed with like strength building.
Team calisthenics. How about that? I will do Occupy calisthenics. You would
Jumping
know.
jacks.
Motherfuckers, get out there and get on your face. We're doing push-ups.
You need him.
I wanted to do that too, and then I was talking to this one kid who is a veteran friend of mine, and he was like, nah, dude, if we start doing calisthenics together, they're gonna start calling it paramilitary, and like, people are gonna start freaking out.
Oh, now we care what they think. Now we care what they think. They're already saying that you're a bunch of idiots and fucking hippies. You might as well be paramilitary idiots and hippies.
I did
Smart,
calisthenics
informed,
every
strong
morning.
hippies.
And if you had a leader, the leader would say, no, you idiot. This is how we come together as a team. A lot of people do
But
this.
if you have a leader, and the leader gets shot, then all of a sudden everything crumbles.
Well, you gotta do it the Pope. You gotta put him in the Occupy glass car.
Oh no.
But also, Bree, I want to make a point here real
The
fast
tent.
because honestly,
A bulletproof tent. The Kevlar tent.
Wait.
Go ahead, PJ. Go ahead, PJ.
Basic, but you.
Oh,
said,
by the
like Bill
way.
said there, if there was a leader who got shot or whatever, the same
he's in
thing
Florida.
in a sense kind of happened when they kicked you guys out of all those cities. They actually strengthened this because they made you guys martyrs in a sense. In all honesty, and if anything, like I said to these guys, Patton Oswalt had a great quote about this. The best thing that ever happened to the whole Occupy movement was getting booted, because now you get rid of all the crazy, dumb idiots, and now it's going to be the smart, intelligent people that are going to be left behind,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're actually going to get some shit going.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and it felt really great to finally be like, oh, well, I guess I have to sleep in my bed now. Like, that was really awesome.
It felt great getting back to that bed, didn't it?
Oh my God, yeah. It was really great in a shower.
You never snuck back one time during that whole thing?
Oh yeah, of course I did.
Okay, there you go.
But,
She had the rest
no,
of romper
PJ,
stompers.
Did you ever have any of the homeless back to your house and like bring them in there and shower them and bathe them and
Yeah.
shit? That's real nice of you. I would never have a stranger in my house and feed
well,
them,
they
bathe them or
didn't
anything.
become strangers. Like, I got to know them and like, you know.
I'm still, I mean, you know him for 3 days. I mean, this guy, I know guys that have worked weeks and weeks and weeks to go on a date with a girl. You think a guy won't work for 4 days to go get a shower and fucking have his way? A lot of scumbags out there. It's pretty trusting.
Dude, listen.
Do you have mace or something at the house? You have like a gun or a knife? You do want to castrate, dude, so maybe you are a little packed.
She's got combat boots on right now, and they're like halfway laced, like they're like flexible combat boots. Like she wants to fight.
Any of these World War II guys at your house, or like just girls?
Wait, only World War II guys?
No, did you bring
girls?
any men back to your house to get a shower? Any dirty old men?
Yeah.
And you trusted them to come in there with you?
I gotta wash my cock and balls in your sink,
Yeah,
Bree.
dude, they just fucking needed a shower. Like, I was living with, it's not like I'm like some fake female living all by herself, like, in the middle of nowhere.
But these are strangers you're meeting, though. You don't know where they came from. This guy could have came from Florida on a bender.
I should move in. We could be like the Golden Girls together.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happened. No, I mean, yeah, we had a space and now we don't, and so now we're actually like working in the city, which is what I was wanting to do since the beginning.
So have you actually been able to plant food and harvest it and sell it to people, or not sell it, to give it to people and shit?
It's been winter.
Yeah, no, we've just been getting ready for this.
I'm not a farmer. I don't know.
You don't know. You can't plant
It's been
crops
winter.
in the winter time.
I don't know how to follow crops.
We don't. We don't grow crops
That's
in
what
winter
scares
anywhere
me,
in the
though.
world.
Yep, that is the problem.
Oh, I'm
Bill.
fucked. I'm fucked at the world. If,
Yeah.
if we lost our commerce system, I'm assed out. I have to go to my dad's house. He's a hunter. He's like Daniel Boone and shit, dude.
He's not a bad guy to know, that's
He-
for sure.
He climbs in trees and kills shit with arrows.
Son, you want some beef
Yeah.
jerky?
And he drags it to his car, takes it home, and guts it from a tree for the whole neighborhood to see. He's a maniac. A maniac. My dog used to go out there and like bark at the fucking dead deer hanging from the tree and shit. My brothers were out there like pointing at it. My kid was 2. The first time he saw it, when he was horrified. He's like, what's Pop Pop doing to that deer, Mom?
Oh, God.
He killed Rudolph.
He's gonna be in a freezer in 2 hours. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a man of the land.
without getting too, like, Mad Maxy, like, end of the world.
Do you hunt?
No, but my boyfriend does, and he's gonna start to teach me how to shoot a gun.
She has a boyfriend.
Oh, PJ.
Oh man, PJ, you really missed a boat on this one. You live 1,500 miles away, you
Yeah.
bastard.
You're planning on
I'll be
making
there
the
next
moves?
week, motherfucker.
PJ. Yeah. I can sense,
Bree, dump your man. We got a stud on the way.
I can sense
Can he
that.
chop wood?
Yeah, he chops wood, all right.
I can wield wood.
But yeah, I mean, pretty much like, you know, there's a system in place and we don't really have to break it down because it's destroying itself. Like, what we have going on right now is
part's done.
completely unsustainable. Yeah, and so it's kind of a relief. It's like, okay, like,
It's really strange how not a lot of people are seeing it like that. They just watch the news and think that.
Well, listen,
okay,
here's my thoughts,
The
dude.
only bad thing that happened to somebody's house caught on fire last night. So
Before all these
we're
really
right.
bad things happen that they're all worried about, Iran and Israel are going to start fighting each other, and then it's going to be the end of everybody. So you can forget about all that, dude.
Yeah, because the whole world's gonna want to jump in and take sides.
That's nuclear war and shit, dude. That's coming our way. Probably within, what do you think, 15, 20 years? We should probably be alive for the nuclear war.
Just
when it
less
happens.
than
Just
that,
make it
dude.
quick.
Less than, I say 5'10", if anything.
You got Kim Jong Un taking power
I mean, these
over
guys
there
are
in
going to
North
build all
Korea.
these guys are going to build all these farms and shit down here, and then the fucking damn fucking ragheads are just going to bomb us.
Well, the next part
It'd be
is
the Chinese.
Like we've
I
been
think.
bombing them.
It'd be the Chinese, probably.
parking lot farms are not going to do it for you. You need to do subterranean farms with artificial lighting because when everything is polluted above us, you're going to need to go somewhere.
Yeah, you guys should
That's
start creating a
underground.
bomb
we
shelters and
should.
shit. You know what I mean?
Occupy.
I mean,
underground.
UV lights.
yeah,
Occupy underground,
Occupy
right?
Fallout shelter.
I'm kind of okay if our species goes extinct, though.
You're okay
honestly.
with that?
Yeah.
It's really
Well,
crazy.
you realize though, you know, Occupy might maybe one thing, but if women are at a premium in the nuclear apocalypse, I would hide. I would honestly consider hiding because you're gonna have a bunch of
when you
horny
say
mutated males looking for you.
when you say that you don't mind if the species is exterminated, like if there's an asteroid coming, would you be one of those people out there with like the welcome sign for the asteroid and shit?
No.
Like,
We're here.
come take us out, motherfucker.
Occupy Earth, aliens,
It's about
bitch.
fucking time.
So do you,
No,
do
I'm
you believe in
just-
God and shit? Like since you were raised in a church, it doesn't sound like you believe in God if you want us to be exterminated.
I'm
JC
no.
would hate
I
that.
mean, like, all you have to do is just like,
Use common sense.
Yeah, use common sense or like,
believe in science.
You mean to tell me Jesus didn't make the dinosaurs?
Dude, I mean,
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
the
T-Rex.
fucking
That's it.
universe is already like pretty earth-shattering. Like all you have to do is just like
Watch the History Channel. You'll learn that motherfucker all day.
I think religion is
or
just
eat
broken.
some acid and look at the stars.
That sounds like fun too.
Religion is broken down. Into
Ray does that by himself all the
That
time
works
on mushrooms.
No, religion is two things. You pray to God. If it doesn't work out for you, oh well, God works in mysterious ways. If it does work out for you,
Yeah.
praise be to God.
Yeah.
All things happen for a reason, Kurt.
Oh yeah, he works crazy ways.
Look at Tim Tebow.
He'll ruin your life for the first 50 years, and then when you die, the day before is going to be a really nice day outside.
So what you're saying is you don't wish the extermination of the species, but you're
No.
okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, of
You
course.
would understand.
Do you wish an asteroid would just strike the 1%?
I think that's
somehow?
our only.
I
hope.
just, I
Yes.
mean, I'm just looking at what we're doing to the planet and being like, okay, it kind of makes sense if we continue at this, in this way, like, there's going to be huge population drops. Like, that's just common sense. So, I had to like, I guess I've come to terms with that, which is not as morbid as it sounds.
Well, what about the outlook that in order to sustain and be fruitful, the world population needs to be under 500,000 people?
He just used fruitful in a
Oh, 500
sentence.
mil? No.
Fruitful.
500,000. I'm sorry.
For our
Well,
fruitful.
I think that we,
Just a theory. Just a theory.
It's a good one.
in a perfect world, if we wanted to maintain the 7+ billion people that we have now, it would just need to be a major redistribution of wealth. But that's not going to really happen like super willingly,
No.
It's not
Right.
going to be
We're gonna
like
have to have you back in for the redistribution of wealth discussion.
You know what? I'm Warren Buffett, and I'm going to give all my money back
You
to
pay-
everyone.
I want everybody to stay the fuck away from my money. I ain't sharing shit with no one. I'm greedy.
yeah, no. Of course
No,
not.
do you find it though ironic that
Make it quick, Kirk. I'm going to a break. Coming back. Go ahead.
Well, I'm sorry, beautiful. Do you find that ironic though that this whole society was built within Occupy? It kind of crumbled due to money issues. Do you find any kind
we
of
covered that about 25 minutes ago.
No. I'm
Thanks
just
for bringing
saying.
that back up later on when you don't even need to. I usually don't correct you in the middle of things, but I felt like doing it there.
See, this is what I deal with right
I
here.
think it is a clear indication of what we really need to focus on and what we need to not focus on.
This is how I was going to end the interview. Can I do my part
You
now?
you do your
Go for
thing
it.
Thanks.
and go.
Do you, boo?
Thanks, PJ.
That was the gayest thing
He
I
just
heard.
blew me
and
a
I'm
kiss?
erect.
Who just blew that kiss?
All the way from Florida,
I
baby.
blew it.
Oh, okay, I thought PJ. I was really about to get fucking a little creeped out.
Do you, boo?
Wait till I get up there.
When
I'm gonna break your pelvis.
Stay away from me, please. I was gonna ride it with you out next week to that show. Now I want to get in a car with you. Why do
Bill,
you think
can I
he's been
touch your
counting
thigh?
down?
How are you going to end it?
Do you believe, as Occupy tries to, get a better foothold on where they're trying to go with this thing, that you do really need a leader? That at some point somebody has to take control and really drive the message and have people underneath of them to help keep control of the lower masses of people? That's what I believe. I want to get your opinion on it before we kind of move to the next deal here.
No.
You still think leaderless can work?
Yeah.
And tell us why.
Because what needs to happen on a really small scale in a way. Like, this is happening all over the world, and people already realize what needs to happen. And it needs to happen on small levels. I'm not talking even like city levels, I'm talking about like neighborhood levels. And that's where the hugest change is going to come from, is when people start working together in these really small groups of people. So it doesn't make sense for one person to be leading an entire movement that's global, because every neighborhood is going to have different issues to work out and different problems and different strengths. So, I mean, and the internet can already give us all the information we need. Like, we don't need some brilliant scholar to be like, this is what's going on in the world, because we can look that up in a second.
What you say sounds so great if it worked out that way.
I was just gonna say.
I
what
just
you were
don't
gonna say.
anticipate seeing that happen, and I wish you.
Phil, can I follow up real fast on something?
As soon as I finish my sentence, just let me finish my sentence. Okay. Jesus Christ, sir.
Can I just
tough
can I
in here
just
today?
Get in here in a sec.
Tough in here today. It's all right though. We're used to it, man. It always goes down like that here. And now I lost my train of thought. Okay, so again, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a great message to preach. If everyone had the same mindset as you, but not everyone in your organization does.
Right.
And I don't think that a bunch of people sharing leadership can control the ones who you need. You need the people there that are a little crazy to help you out. You need your numbers to grow. You need a couple of those maniacs to be there. And as long as they are afforded the same kind of say in what you're doing as the people who make sense and are intelligent, you're going to continue to have problems, in my opinion. Though I do wish the best for you, but that's just my take on it. Because you can't give the fucking idiot who drank his life away and now he's down on his luck, you can't give him a vote in the shit you're voting on. You're fucking planting forests and shit. Okay, this guy's getting drunk, hanging out at the protest, looking for a free ride. Why should his say matter as much as yours? I know we're human beings and shit, but guess what? Look what you're working towards. Look what he's working towards. I don't think that's fair at all, and I'd have a major problem with that if I was down there.
Plus, also, I mean, when you think about the foundations of what this country was built on, and how now all of a sudden we are not just a two-party system, we're also an independent system where ideologies kind of conflict. And there may be people in these little neighborhood factions that you're referring to who say, I don't necessarily agree with that viewpoint. Here's what I think. And then they go off and branch off and make their own movement. Then all of a sudden you just start to notice how it comes full circle, and it's just another government that we have in the making, where it can be very divided.
Ray, I'm giving Ray the last word. We're going to promote their website one time, play a song, come back, go, Ray.
All right, she's not talking about the minority of people that are down there. She's talking about affecting smaller problems that you can actually
I
do
understand
something
that.
about.
I just gave my advice.
Yeah, we understand what she's saying.
As a consultant. And I said it sounds very good. I just don't feel like it's going to work as a consultant.
I agree with what she said.
I'm the Occupy consultant. I've appointed myself that. And I'm doing it for free.
You are
Pro bono?
Free.
Hell yeah.
What a beast.
But that's the only
No
way,
one pays for my work.
That's the only way you can affect real changes, to change the shit that's within, like, you know, your own fucking backyard.
That you can control.
To be real cheesy.
As long as Johnny Drunk Ass has the same say as her, you're fucked.
Well, dude, I mean, little inspiration could, you know, Johnny Drunk Ass could get off the bottom.
Oh, yeah?
Turn his whole life
His wife
around.
leaving
Man,
him.
I'm all about
He'll get her back and everything.
Johnny had a lot of chances, I'm sure. We all get a lot of chances, bro.
No, but that maybe he does have a point. Maybe you can't judge somebody because they're a slave to the bottle or a
How supposed to be
substance.
positive? I don't see shit positive. You know, that,
Well, I mean,
leave
the
it
whole,
at that.
we can't all have this.
Isn't that from a rap song?
That's Eminem, bro.
We can't all have this, you know, this peachy outlook on life. Like everyone's going to be down with everything. I mean, you have to understand you're going to have to weed out, you know, and with no leader, it's going to be hard to weed out the ones who are causing problems in a movement. You know what I mean?
And that's going to lead
Chop
to
their
my
dicks off.
question.
We already
here.
covered that. Chop their dicks off.
Chop their dicks off. That's the words of Bree. Final words from Bree of Occupy. Bloodthirsty Bree. Chop their dicks off. There you go.
What about PJ? We never
In
got
public.
to PJ. PJ's been sitting
In
for a while.
public castration. That's what she's advocating right now. Listen, we're going to take a break, man. Good stuff, Bree. We're going to talk with Harry a little bit when we come back.
I got to piss like a racehorse.
See, I told you guys I could have a discussion without being confrontational. That went pretty well, right?
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, there we go.
I was
See?
expecting
Thank you,
much
Bree.
worse.
Yeah, see, I'm not as bad as everybody makes me out to be. I'm a pretty
You're just a
fucking okay
prick,
guy.
but I mean, you're not
Shut
a
the
bad
fuck
guy.
up.
I think he's a teddy bear.
Thank you.
Yeah, big, hairy, fucking homeless-looking teddy bear. I bet you snuggled up to him numerous times down at Occupy.
Oh, that was you?
Didn't even know.
Don't sit on my lawn.
Does that hood look familiar?
Now I look like all of them. Look,
I'm gonna throw green paint on you, you scumbag.
I put this hood on. I fit right in, dude. All I need is a fucking rape kit. And I'm ready
You
to.
need to occupy a bathtub, you dirty fuck.
I heard that way too many times.
Can I use your bathtub, Bree, please? I know you let guys go back there and shower, strange dudes.
Bree, I'm just gonna install this camera in the shower if you don't mind. We're getting live web feed for Israel. They're all about it.
Don't mind that wire going through the ceiling over there. It's nothing.
No, it's just a power drill, a really long thing, goes from my bedroom to your shower. It's not a big deal.
Like I said, man, we're playing instrumentals today. That was a long segment, but it was good, man. I feel we're going to do a little overtime today because Harry's got a camera on us. We got to talk to Harry about all kinds of shit, too.
Yeah, Harry barely talked during that segment, man. We got to get to him in the next segment.
He's a good guest.
I know.
And he's far away from his microphone, so it's hard for him to
A
talk.
lot better than Union Eddie.
He did not eat a sandwich, which is already a leg up on
You've
something.
already beat Flesh Engine.
Yeah, we had a guy come in here before with a hoagie and start eating a hoagie on it for his interview. You believe that? You guys would never do that, right?
Nah.
Aw.
Bree's like, oh, okay. Well, she's an occupier. She's always hungry and shit.
I was going to say, she's like
Always
probably out there
hungry.
starving. She's got one in her hoodie just
Those occupiers don't eat a lot, man. That's why they're farming and shit.
I got some oatmeal.
But,
organically made fucking hoagie.
like I said, man, Baylor's Eye, Baltimore, Maryland, Tempest. Be right back.
Woo.
Can I get a